today.
I'll just correct it by hand.
Rank it.
Crank it.
Are we cranking our hogs or something?
Always. Alright, we good to go?
Sure.
Alright. Well, I'm good to go.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlethems, if it doth please the court, it's time for some more voice acting. It is Monday night. Video games are rude once again. But we will play this video game where we can't possibly lose, except brain cells and sanity.
Especially if I'm talking.
Poor story writing.
How dare you call Trissy Wright poor writing?
I mean, am I
This is
wrong?
the only thing that will save us.
Wow, Twitch chat looking real good here. Love that. They must have really broken something on the back end. Holy Christ. Well, good job, Twitch.
It's okay, Twitch. I know how it feels to be broken on the back end.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, Great American Challenge. Anyway,
I don't know what you've been up to, but I'm impressed.
listen, I am also impressed. Oh my god, I'm not impressed with literally me having what can only be described as a seizure currently. Oh god. Out here just melting my brain. Okay.
Alright.
Basically. But introducing the Great American Challenge, as well as demonetization, it's Lon.
Hi, I'm Lon. I allegedly stream, but mostly I just voice act here. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's okay. We appreciate the time spent here.
You are the reason why I am not completely irrelevant as a VTuber.
That's okay. I'm completely irrelevant as a VTuber.
Oh, that doesn't bode well for me.
Joke's on both of you, I'm not a VTuber.
Yeah.
You're a hat.
Speaking of nice hats, Oni Heart, what's your favorite kind of hat?
The Spitfire cap.
Yeah, the OG.
Yep.
What's up? Do you pair it with your Junko jeans?
My what?
Your trip pants?
What do you? No.
He seems more like a
Bell
DNKY boy to me.
You know what I'm talking about when I say Spitfire cap, right?
You have to realize that I grew up skateboarding, and Spitfire is a skateboarding brand.
No, it's like the old newsboy cap.
I've not heard that. Oh.
I have known them as newsboy caps.
Oh,
Today
no.
we learned. Thank you, honey.
Yeah.
No, Kangle makes one. Or Kangle, sorry. No.
Eagle?
Listen, I wasn't doubting you. It's just a terminology I've never heard. Considering when you say Spitfire, if you're not referencing the World War II fighter aircraft, I assume you're referencing the skateboarding brand.
Well, I knew as soon as you tried to pair it with trip jeans, I knew you didn't know what I was talking about.
Listen, I'm trying.
It's called that because he spits fire on the streets.
Sure, let's go with that. I am not a rapper.
with that attitude.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm still working on shit. Just practicing saxophone and waiting for Months Hunter Wilds, you know.
I saw you were playing what is definitely not Danganronpa.
Oh yeah, that game is kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Oh, what's it called?
Tribe 9.
Oh, Tribe 9. I was thinking of the other one, 100
Rain.
something.
Yeah.
Oh, that game's not out yet.
Eris was playing the demo of it, and it actually kind of got my attention. So I might play that.
On stream?
Which game?
It's 100 something.
Yeah, it has a weird ass name.
Hundreds,
Yeah.
hundreds
Off the top
war,
of my head.
I think.
It's by the Danganronpa people.
Oh, the one with the funky looking little egg guy.
Yeah, and it's like
100
a
line.
tactical RPG.
Yeah,
100
100 Line
line.
Last Defense Academy is what
Yep.
it looks like.
Yes. Okay, that's what it is.
Danganronpa 4, is that you?
But yeah, I mean, Tribe 9 is cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not no Danganronpa, but anyway, yeah.
No, I got it. I've been watching my boy Ken play through, did the demo of 100 Line, and it's been working through Tribe 9. It's definitely cool. I think it's just everyone points at the artwork and goes, oh, it's Danganronpa! I mean,
Yeah.
I guess, but, like, also, no. Anyway, speaking of people that also don't stream, what up, Shy?
Well, I'm shy. I guess I am a streamer, I suppose, and
Time out. You can win. You feel great. You can do this. Come on, Shy.
Yeah,
Show us who
just-
you really are.
you know, I do everything in Final Fantasy XIV and play Stardew Valley and make loads of projects that I plan to follow up on someday somewhere. So yeah, thanks for coming by, tuning in, and hey, let's have some fun.
I don't know if you saw, but I made an oblique reference to you in a Game Rant article.
Just Shy?
Yeah. Referencing her Final Fantasy XIV Do Everything run.
I'll have to look it up later.
That's sweet.
I didn't like name drop you or anything because I thought that would embarrass you too much, but
The correct answer when you do get around to streaming it is definitely record all of it, Shy, because many people will enjoy the conglomeration of like the 6 to 8 hour video of that. Speaking of people that don't stream, what up, little Sharky?
What up, Mr. Little Monster? How you doing, buddy? Really? Nothing? Okay, that's fine. Hey folks, I'm old. I'm starting a new channel because Twitch decided my memories don't deserve to be here because there's more than 100 hours of them. So, this is what I've been up to this week. Now, it's time to have some fun with y'all. Let's get going.
oh yeah, I should probably collect my 3 years of VODs and move them to YouTube. And by I should do that, I mean Shy should do that.
I've been moving stuff that goes as far back as summer of 2013.
Oh.
Yeah, I am not happy with these assholes. But hey, we can still stream on their platform for another hour. What do you say?
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm gonna do. All my VODs are back to the YouTube land.
I even changed my game to YouTuber's Life.
Last but not least, someone else who, well, if Avowed wasn't around, also probably wouldn't stream too much. It's Chris Rees.
That's not true. I'm having a great time with my new soundbot.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, my name is Chris Rees. I custom wrote a soundbot that you can spam, and it's hilarious. I love it. I also lead the raid group list in Final Fantasy 14. I've been doing a lot of Avowed and some coding streams where you can watch me build my bot.
There you
It's
go.
been a lot of fun. Oh, also,
Sorry.
o problema es el capitalismo. God damn it.
Would you like to try again?
No,
Okay.
I got close enough.
Okay. Whence we last left off. We.
Oh, Keo, also,
Yes.
9 seconds, no food. Get fucked.
There's no food?
9 seconds with no food, yeah.
Sounds like one of my cats.
Oh Lord, he coming.
Am I actually having a stroke? Or am I just not understanding anything?
No, check your DMs.
Oh, nice. I didn't even touch. Damn. Yeah, I gotta step it up. I gotta step my game up. When we last left off, we were back at the Space Center, and Home Slice hit us with the old spirit.
Take that!
Give him the old Magatama.
They can never resist.
Behind is the switching of the launch pads.
Alright, gotta warm up. I know Kung Fu, I know, so do you. Alright. I want you to tell me everything you're hiding about the switching of the 2 launch pads, bro.
Do you want the Russian man one or no?
No.
Okay.
Look, I've got Trucy. I wanna stick with where my heart is.
I refuse. You can't make me. I can hold out longer than anyone.
I hope I never get like this when I'm old. Now, let's see. Where the hell do we start? This is how you explained your motive for switching the launch pads. You did it. Thanks to you switching the launch pads, the astronauts escaped injury from the blast. Instead, they safely boarded the museum's rocket, far away from the actual kaboom.
My astronauts were raring to go on an authentic adventure in space. How do you propose I had them board a fake rocket without them noticing?
I agree. You couldn't have done it without help. For one, they would have figured it out the instant they stepped into the museum. You figured out you could fool Mr. Starbuck once he'd been drugged with his medication. But without the help of this person, it would have been impossible to pull this shit off, dude.
Take that!
That idiot.
You must have gotten Clay to help you.
Ugh.
He stole the tranquilizers from his mentor's locker and slipped him a drug. Then, with Mr. Starbuck in a daze, they boarded the replica rocket in the museum.
Ugh. Someone please help this poor prisoner of war.
How was he able to spin around in his own mind? If you really wanted to save the astronauts' lives, shouldn't you just called beef stroganoff?
If I could have done that, do you think I would have gone to all that trouble?
I guess he must have had a compelling reason why he couldn't have called it off. But how did you know to switch the paths in advance of the bombing incident?
Well, that's because I was warned in advance. Once I received that warning, it was my duty to ensure my astronauts' safety.
But it was just a warning. How would you tell it apart from a prank? Why did you believe in it so completely? Like, are you the friggin' bomber?
Because I went to one of those mediums that everyone's talking about these days.
Fucking Maya. Oh, I didn't realize channeling was back in vogue. Besides, I thought it was you yourself that got the warning via telephone.
Yes, that's right. The bomber contacted me personally. My battleship is equipped with a special advanced communications system, you see?
AKA a phone.
Oh, no, it's ridiculous. It's been a while. Planning another launch? I see you haven't learned. I'll never forget the terror I felt when I received that call.
The bomber said, "It's been a while?"
Since I
Hold my head up high. And that was enough to make you take the threat seriously? Aaron Lewis lyrics? Perhaps Director Cosmos took the threat so seriously because the Space Center had been involved in a bombing once before? Maybe. The culprit in the current case is the same person who was involved in this incident. The Hat One Miracle. That epic story of survival. People across the nation know it now as a heroic tale of bravery. But in truth, it was an act of sabotage perpetrated by the Beastie Boys, wasn't it? I heard you fall over when I said that. Very few knew of the previous plot, so when the caller said, "It's been a while," you knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that the danger was real and not some prank.
I showed you my bomb. Please respond.
Ugh. Didn't anyone ever tell you to go easy on an ex-serviceman? Yes, the Hat One miracle was really a desperate battle against an act of sabotage. I even lost the life of one of my staff members in the fight.
Sabotage? Murder? So this is the ugly truth behind the Hat One miracle.
Let my guard down. I thought the saboteur had been caught, and the case was closed.
Huh. What? Wait a minute. The murder at the Space Center 7 years ago. That must be the person Director Cosmos thought was the culprit.
Take that!
Simon Blackwell, the murder suspect in a case that happened 7 years ago. The place and time of the two incidents, murder and sabotage, were the same. So you thought he committed both crimes. But while Prosecutor Blackwell was behind bars, you got another threatening call.
Womp womp.
If the culprit this time is the same as 7 years ago, then Blackquill didn't do it, dude. Realizing that, you were shaken. It meant the true culprit's been running free this whole friggin' time.
Ugh. How do you keep seeing straight through me?
I'm a psychic, dude. The reason why Director Cosmos won't talk about why he switched the launch pads is connected to the truth behind the Hat 1 miracle. The sabotage and murder that happened in the Space Center 7 years ago. Director Cosmos, tell us what you're hiding.
If you really want to understand the reason I decided to switch the launch pads, we'll have to start with the story of that horrible nightmare from 7 years ago.
7 years ago? You mean the Hat 1 miracle?
The launch went smoothly, but once the ship entered outer space, then the troubles began. It was all the handiwork of a certain person and their evil scheme.
So Mr. Starbuck's traumatic experience was actually traumatic.
Not only that, but before the launch, a very valuable piece of moon rock was stolen. But that wasn't the worst of it. One of my staff members was murdered.
Wow! I had no idea such awful events were behind the exciting story of space heroism.
All that, in spite of the Space Center having very strict security in those days. All personal effects were examined thoroughly, coming or going. You couldn't even smuggle a withered old leaf through those checkpoints.
So, besides that oddly specific statement, do you have any clue who was responsible for the sabotage?
At the very least, I know it wasn't Simon Blackwell. I don't know enough to identify the true culprit, but it's clear what that person is. To put it simply, a spy.
A spy? You mean somebody who infiltrates a foreign country? Carries out dangerous missions and always gets the girl?
What?
And always gets the girl?
Someone's been watching way too many Skinamax movies. Well, I guess if we're talking about blowing up a rocket and stealing research material, it's not all that surprising that a spy could be behind it all.
And make no mistake, there's cutthroat rivalry between nations in the space R&D race. Some try to outdo others by any means possible, even deliberate obstruction. 7 years ago, we got the call before the launch warning us of sabotage.
The same MO as this time?
Yes. And here I thought the perpetrator had been caught. But it looks like I was wrong.
Prosecutor Blackwell seems more like a ninja than a spy, don't you think?
Aren't ninjas and spies like kind of the same thing?
Not really.
Yes, but we're more stylish.
You tell them, girl.
But there's a good reason we failed to find the real spy. A massive cover-up by the government. Government officials were too embarrassed to admit that they had allowed such a thing to happen at the hands of a spy.
Don't tell me they made the police rush the investigation?
They did indeed. And then, to cover up the sabotage, they cleaned up the story.
And that's how SpaceX made up the Hat 1 miracle, wasn't it? But then, 7 years later, same MO? Listen, all y'all, it's a sabotage? That must have been the director's reason for switching the launch pads. "7 years ago, the spy you gave advance warning of their plans." Wait, the spy gave you advance warning of their plans, just like last time. That was what made you decide to switch the launch pads, wasn't it?
That's right. The caller knew the facts of the case 7 years ago, despite the cover-up. They knew about the sabotage, Moonrock, the murder, and they said, "You don't want things to go like they did 7 years ago, do you?" I immediately thought of calling off the launch, but the government wouldn't let me. We don't give in to the likes of terrorists. We must proceed for our country's honor. It was quite the moving speech, actually, for an idiot.
Moving? Really? Well, it was a good W. Bush impression from Russian Gru here.
But I knew the truth. We had been warned, which meant that the danger was very real. As I knew there was no way to stop the spy, no matter what I did, they would find a way. That's why I switched the launch pads and staged the moving rescue scene. First, I snuck into the center the night before and switched the launch pads. That way the astronauts would go from boarding lounge 1 to the Space Museum. Then I put a close for repairs sign at the door to launch pad 1 in boarding lounge 2.
You did that so normal visitors wouldn't enter, right? What else were you up to?
I enlisted the help of several staff members, including Tyron.
But you didn't let Starbucks in on it.
He'd already been through enough, and he's no good at lying to keep a secret. I'm afraid I had no choice but to have him drugged. My plan went well, until...
Please murder, huh?
After the culprit made their escape, I switched the launch pads back. I did it in such a way no one would find out. But after all that effort, Terran is dead, and the Hat 2 is destroyed. And the Hope capsule, which had returned to us only recently, was also lost in that blast. My home, the center of the cosmos, my beautiful Cosmos Space Center is done for.
Wait, what did he mean by the Hope capsule was lost in that blast?
It seemed pretty straightforward. Got blown up.
And why didn't you just have Ara seduce the bomb? I thought that the Hope capsule was found at the crime scene with Mr. Terran. It had just been brought back by the Hope space probe with asteroid samples inside. So what kind of samples are they? What's in them?
The samples are scheduled for analysis in the near future. You haven't had time since they just came back the day before Terran's murder. The capsule was being held in a safe in Launchpad 1. Which, to be honest, is a terrible fucking oversight. But, you know, CCP protocol. Yeah, but I gave it to Terran before the incident so it wouldn't be destroyed in the explosion. The idea was, With it safely in Theron's possession, he could make it look like he rescued it during the staged miraculous escape. Yeah, but our precious research materials ended up lost to that explosion anyway.
But I thought Clay was supposed to keep it safe.
You misunderstand. The launchpad explosion wasn't the one the capsule was lost to. It was lost after the police confiscated it as evidence. I mean, they'll give it back. Allegedly. It was the courtroom bombing from the other day. The capsule there was in the courtroom as evidence, and it was blown to smithereens.
Yet another casualty to that blast.
Ultimately, I think the culprit may have known about the switching of the launch pads.
What? How?
The police found a wiretapping device during their investigation today. A bug aboard my battleship, a tap on my advanced communication system.
A wire on that phone?
Yes, a wire on this very phone that I'm still using. I must be part of Doge.
Your OPSEC is terrible, my dude.
I use this phone to give instructions to my staff about the launchpad switch. Just to the few select members who knew about the plan. Just before the incident, staff members were coming in and out of Launchpad 1, and the culprit probably slipped in with them amid the confusion.
And planted the bomb then. Yes, if they were tapping your phone, they definitely knew everything you were up to, dude. So you really think the same spot is behind this incident and the one 7 years ago?
Yes, I'm sure of it.
Then this spot must be the phantom Prosecutor Blackwell has been chasing.
But Prosecutor Blackwell told me once. The hunt I've been on for the Phantom of 7 years past continues even still. For starters, that case happened right here at this very space center too.
Oh, if we can find this phantom.
That's right. We can clear Athena's name.
And also Blackwell's, but we feel less compelled to do that.
And, I mean, technically, Blackwell too. That guy's kind of a menace, though.
What about him?
Well, if the culprit of 7 years ago is the same person as in the current incident, it would mean Prosecutor Blackwell is innocent. I mean, that's still an if, but...
I wonder how dangerous that guy would be in court without handcuffs.
I feel like you're too young to be asking that, but I know I'll be disappointed when I look and you'll be 17.
Oh, she's 16.
Doesn't make it any better, Oni. Just makes it worse.
Just saving you the trouble of checking.
I wasn't gonna look anyway.
Listen here, sophomore. You don't need to know about cuffs yet, my young lady.
But if we're going on a ghost hunt, count me in.
It's all over for me. Spin, whirl, I'm done for. The center of the cosmos is doomed.
You think he's gonna be alright, Daddy?
I don't really care, but I mean, at least he'll be in good company. There must be planets out there he can spin with. Reminds me, I'd like to delve a little deeper into that Hat 1 mission too.
If you want to learn more, start with the Space Museum. There's a Heth 1 exhibition there. Oh, don't mind me. I'll just keep spinning here and see how the cosmos unfolds.
I feel like we're watching the origin story of a Doofenshmirtz.
I feel like I'm staring at my own present day.
It's like he achieved spiritual enlightenment or something.
I'm sure he'll stop when he gets dizzy. Let's go visit the Space Museum.
You dizzy yet?
Still going.
Grab water.
December 20th, Cosmos Space Center, Space Museum.
Wake me up when December ends.
You know, I can relate. I could sleep until the end of September right now. I'm that tired.
I can respect that, ma'am.
There we go. Actively dying.
Please tell me R is in here.
Let's see. Where's that exhibit on the launch 7 years ago?
There. That's the Hat 1 exhibit.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
there actually
look at
are
this
some
photo
really
of the
cool
team.
animations.
Look at this
Thankfully.
photograph.
Every time I look, it makes me laugh. There's Clay and Mr. Starbuck, Director Cosmos, Ara Blackwell, hey, and even Ponko. But I've never seen the woman on the far right before.
Everybody looks so happy. Well, except for Director Cosmos.
Let's check out the newspaper article too.
Let's check out our
Hat 1
Blackwell's
launch
fat
imminent.
tits.
And there's a photo of the Hope space probe. I guess it's only natural it doesn't talk about the murder or the sabotage.
They really were keeping it a secret, just like the director said. Daddy, take a look at that jacket.
It looks like it's about to scream, "I'm fine! Everything's fine!" It's the same design as the one Apollo is wearing, the one that belonged to Clay.
Actual jacket worn by a Hat 1 team member, it says.
Not a replica? I wonder if it was Starbucks.
Hat 1 exhibit added to the court record. Hello?
Kind of adopted.
Damn it, I was wrong. I was so looking forward to it, and I was wrong.
Oh, Miss Woods, what brings you here?
Excuse me. There was something in my throat. I heard Thena got arrested, so I've been looking for you, Mr. Wright. I thought you might be here at the scene.
You must be so worried. But rest assured, I'm going to do my very best to defend her.
Athena's going through such a hard time. I hope she doesn't lose heart.
No, he's hanging around her neck.
Even just coming back to this place must have been really difficult for her.
Huh? You mean the Cosmos Space Center?
What? You didn't know?
Scotty doesn't know.
She used to live here when she was a little girl.
She did? No, I didn't know. No wonder she was so familiar with this place. Miss Woods, could you tell me more in detail?
I guess.
Athena's mom worked here. If I remember right, she was a doctor of psychology or something like that.
But why was a physiology specialist working at a space research facility?
I don't know. But I do know that she lived and worked here, so Tina lived here too.
So it was far from Athena's first time. Here. I wonder why she didn't mention it.
She probably didn't want to talk about it. This place is connected to a very sad memory for her.
A sad memory. Can you tell me about it?
There was a terrible incident here. It was 7 years ago.
The same time frame as the Hat 1 one.
Athena's mom, in the robotics lab, she was murdered.
Tina's mom's kind of cute, but Blackwell's where it's at.
What? What?
After it happened, Athena stopped coming to school.
Poor Athena. All this time, she never let on at all.
I was so worried about her. I came here so many times, hoping to see her. But I never saw her again. After a while, we started exchanging letters. But I didn't get to see her face to face for 7 long years.
And so the first time you'd seen her in 7 years was during Professor Court's case?
That's right. I was so surprised. She was like a completely different person. So cheerful and happy.
What was Athena like as a child?
fucking annoying as shit.
She was very sensitive and kind. She didn't talk very much. She liked to draw and paint at home.
That's completely different from the Athena we know now. I can't even picture it.
She never left the Space Center much because she was very sensitive to other people's emotions. When she went to crowded places, she'd get dizzy from all the emotions flying around.
It must be hard to hear people's hearts as well as their.
Ah, you tried.
I did try.
She always wore these big, heavy-looking headphones. She said her mother made him for her as a part of her research.
Huh. I wonder what research it was.
Good morning, Ben.
Because of her special ability, Athena couldn't handle being in school very often. I was always out sick because of my weak constitution.
Just like our country.
Maybe that's why we became such good friends. We used to play together here at the Space Center a lot. It brings back memories.
Sounds like Athena's mother played a big role here at the Space Center. Oh, Daddy, show her that picture.
Atta girl. Good idea.
I had a good idea. It only took me 2 whole games.
You're so smart, kiddo.
Yes. Yep, it'll be front page for Twitch.
Miss Woods, could you take a look at this for me?
Look at this photograph.
Oh, look! There's Athena's mom.
It's Panko.
Yeah, it's Ponko. Yo, for real though. Tony, what you think about our Black Quill?
She's a character in this game that we're playing.
I am so disappointed in you.
You think she could be Athena's mom? Like her real mom?
I think it's the woman on the right. Or the robot at the bottom.
Definitely the robot.
It's
My
the
money's
robot.
on the robot.
She could be Athena's adopted mom.
The woman on the far right, not the robot. That's Dr. Metis Sykes. Duh.
Yeah.
Athena's
So
mother's murder.
we'll be on front page.
It's a weird sentence.
So that'll be fun. Not 100% sure what I'm gonna come up with, but we'll do something fun and
Bud,
interactive.
Any chance have any connection to the Hat 1 launch?
What? Why, yes, it did.
Yeah, finally a W.
As I recall, it happened on the day before the launch.
Just as I suspected.
but that wasn't the worst of it. One of my staff members was murdered.
So this is the murder director Cosmos was talking. Does that mean that the crime prosecutor Blackquill was convicted of? Is the murder of Athena's mom? There's a chance her death is somehow connected to the current case.
There is?
That's what I just said. Thank you for all your help, Miss Woods, and please, try not to worry. I won't let anything happen to Athena.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. I know you'll take good care of her.
So, we need to investigate the robotics lab and also talk to Athena. We've got our plates full, Daddy. I hope we can fit it all in before the day is through.
The detention center first, then. We have to see Athena before visiting hours are over.
December 20th, Detention Center Visitors Room.
Well, if it isn't Mr. Lawyer, fancy meeting you here.
Oh, hello. Detective Fulbright, you're on business?
To tell the truth, I'm here to interview Ted Tonate.
Is that fucker still alive? The one behind the courtroom bombing incident?
He suddenly said he's ready to tell the truth about that case. And what he was saying was so incredible. I just had to come right over here to hear more.
Uh-huh.
Incredible? What was he saying?
Why don't you hang around and hear it for yourself?
I did not consent to this. Really? Us? You sure, dude?
I give you my special permission.
I refuse.
Am I allowed to have his special permission?
No, you are not.
Run, Trucy. Run. Hide in your panties now.
Shouldn't you be in school?
Oh, I don't need school. I'm Trucy Wright.
Yeah. Here comes the bummer now.
Who wants to be Ted?
Chris hasn't had any lines.
Oh yeah, Chrissy. I know we still have to talk to Athena at some point. I mean, whoever wants it.
Chrissy died.
Oh, I forgot that's running as admin. You, what nerve you have to come here? You're here to laugh at me, I suppose.
Like I'd waste my breath on you. After all, you're the one who assaulted Apollo and put him in the hospital.
Violence, no. Question, okay.
No violence? Too bad Apollo didn't get a chance to say that before you attacked him. Summon Blackquill. I want his sword. Now. What is this truth of yours about the courtroom you blew up?
No, I didn't do it. I didn't blow up the courtroom. When I killed Detective Arm, there was another person in the room.
What are you talking about? Who else could have been there?
I saw it, I tell you. I saw someone's hand as they were stealing the remote switch. This person was there and witnessed the murder I committed.
What?
I don't know who it was. But that's who blew up the courtroom.
You expect us to buy that?
Easy there, Trucy. I don't see any psyche locks.
Yeah, but he's a 2-bit RoboCop wannabe.
Be that as it may, I guess he must not be lying. Oh well. Blackquill, your sword.
Pardon me, I got a little carried away.
Oh, that helmet won't save you now.
But I'm telling you the truth, I did not detonate that bomb.
He did not set us up the bomb.
Nope.
And there you have it. We can't exactly ignore his claims, of course, so we're doing a follow-up. Crud. We're even analyzing the bomb itself, or what's left of it. We haven't found any new facts yet, though.
Whoa. They laid it all out piece by piece.
Oh, look at those beautiful little pieces. I wish I could have them.
You shut your damn mouth.
Phony Fanti bomb added to the court record.
Well, I hope you're ready for Prosecutor Blackwell's special brand of questioning.
Anything but that.
I'm afraid I have to be off now, too. I was just about to question Miss Sykes.
You're gonna see Athena now?
That's right. Oh. Did you folks come to see her? Sorry for the trouble, but could you come back later? Well, off I go.
What awful timing. No
He's just
Athena.
giving us the runaround.
Looks like we'll have to wait until after her questioning is over to see her. Friggin' bullshit.
Damn it.
And after we came all this way, too, Oh, I guess it's back to the Space Center. Let's go check out the robotics lab, Daddy.
All right. Sounds like a plan, kiddo. Anybody need a bathroom break real quick?
Go ahead.
Thank you. I will return.
December 20th, Cosmos Space Center, Robotics Lab. So, this is the robotics lab, huh? Looks like it's exactly one floor above the boarding lounge.
And where people were directed to evacuate from via the emergency ladder. This is where Athena's mother was killed 7 years ago. Speaking of someone who works with robots, good night, Dan.
Daddy, look! Over there! It's a hot lady! Nope, it's not. It's Apollo.
Well, maybe.
I mean, okay.
Maybe.
I might not be wrong.
Maybe. So, they plan to use this bag to carry the capsule. Is that right?
Yeah, more or less.
Ew, what did I just walk back into?
Say, why don't we stop talking about the case and have a nice cup of tea instead?
Apollo and Aura Blackquill. Oh, I know what this is about. Jeannie's gonna be so disappointed.
Well, come to spoil our fun. Just when I was enjoying our alone time.
Isn't that Ponko right there?
Yes?
Either that or the other one.
No, Trucy! And Mr. Wright.
If it's Apollo you want, you can't have him. He said he's investigating on his own.
And I respect his wishes. We came to investigate this lab.
Well, this is my lab. So you'll need my permission if you want to do any snooping.
Okay.
I heard about the trial. You made mincemeat out of the director. And suddenly Starbuck was out, and your little subordinate, the princess, was in. Case closed, and they all lived happily ever after. Daddy, you say something to her! And I suppose you're gonna defend the princess in court. Am I right?
The princess, huh? Guess she's talking about Athena. Of course. Athena's innocent.
Oh my. Such loyalty and trust. She seems pretty suspicious to me, though. That emotionally unstable princess. There's your culprit for you. Don't you agree, Apollo?
I don't know yet.
Oh, how could you? What's wrong with saying I don't know if it's true? It's a very scientific approach.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Your subordinate is more level-headed than you. Or should I say, former subordinate.
I can't believe it. Does Apollo really suspect Athena?
All this laughing has worn me out. Your turn to say something, hunk of junk.
Oopsies. Mr. Terran, you look pale. Shall I help you to the sick bay?
Mr. Terran? But that's Apollo you're talking to.
Oh? This hunko junk here is mistaking Apollo for Clay. Maybe Apollo is possessed by Clay's ghost.
Mr. Terran, how are your injuries? Mr. Terran. Mr. Terran, how are your injuries? Mr. Terran.
I guess Clay intends to hang around to haunt the princess that murdered him. Oh, and to haunt the lawyer that defends her too, of course.
A robot that can see ghosts. Yeah, right. And I'm a spirit medium. Sorry, but apparently scientists just don't tell very frightening ghost stories. I intend to defend Athena, no matter what you have to say about it. I am sticking up to you way harder than I intended.
Oh, perfectly foolish. That kind of blind belief makes people lose sight of the truth. Just like 7 years ago.
Boop.
Could you tell me about the incident 7 years ago?
Why, do you just enjoy trampling on people's feelings and rubbing salt in their wounds?
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
I like to be the one rubbing the salt in the wound. Or do you just want me to talk? In that case, what should I ask for in return?
That is the most unnecessary question I've ever heard.
You know, I'd like to hear about that incident too. It helped me understand the current case a little bit better.
Huh? Paula knows about that case too?
Well, if you're the one who's asking, Apollo, come on, hunk of junk, you tell the story.
But Miss Aura, that's private information.
If you won't talk, I'll just have to make you talk.
Damn.
Yes, who cares about personal privacy? Not me. I am ready to utilize my blessed processing abilities to impart all available information, including hedgehogs.
What magic electric. He's like a completely different robot now.
We are not teaching
The
you
bodies of
code,
all the
folks.
robots that come through this lab are designed by Miss Aura. I was born 7 years ago. Miss Aura was much, much younger then.
Excuse you?
Yikes. Better watch what you say if you don't want to get recycled, Clonko.
And then our hearts were created by that great genius, Dr. Metis Sykes.
Hearts? Robots with hearts? Can you even make such a thing?
Emotions are not irrational things. Our logic and our hearts can be integrated. The two navigation companions created by Miss Aura and Dr. Metis transcend humans. Gah!
Mattis?
Huh? She just glanced over at her desk.
No one could continue Metis's research. She and her work were truly one of a kind. And now that the two navigator companions are all that's left of Metis here on Earth,
The robots are all that's left? Isn't she leaving out a very important
No.
someone?
Mm-hmm.
the robots were like the children of her and I. We built the ultimate creations together. But now she's gone!
I get the feeling Dr. Sykes loved her robots almost as much as she loved her daughter. And almost as much as she loved you. They were lesbians.
You know, I was gonna just play up the gay, but here we are.
True.
What are you talking about? Don't make me laugh. But you lost someone too, didn't you, Apollo? Your friend Clay. I guess you and I are pretty much in the same boat.
Miss Aura, would you like a tissue?
I'll take one of those.
No. Keep your trap shut, hunk of junk! Mongo is important keepsake of your time with your wife. I mean, Dr. Sykes. You should treat him better. What does it matter? He doesn't feel pain, and I can always repair his body. Besides, their hearts aren't actually in their bodies.
What do you mean by that?
The program Metis wrote runs on a separate mainframe. Their bodies are controlled remotely from there.
It's all broken. I get to yell at Penn tomorrow.
Their hearts and memories are there too. These bodies are really just peripherals. So, I can do anything I want to them.
Tell me more. I'm not not so sure that gives you the right to physically abuse the poor things.
Why are you people looking into such an old case now, anyway?
Well, we believe the culprit of that incident might be the same person as in this case.
Daddy's gonna find out who killed Dr. Sykes, too!
I'm sure you're aware of who Metis's killer is.
Yes, Prosecutor Blackquill, or so it seems.
That's a quaint way of putting it. Are you implying you don't think he did it?
I can't say anything for sure right now. But that's exactly why I'd like to hear your side of it to help me be sure.
I was the one who introduced Simon to Metis, you know?
You mean his friends, right? You mean his friends?
Oh yeah,
I
just DM me
brought
to
her
do
home
that.
to the family, if you must know.
Go back! I didn't actually do that line read!
Ah, 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 ah.
He wanted to learn psychology, he said, to give himself
An edge in court.
Ah, Prosecutor Blackwell's forte. Carrying around a 4-foot edge into the courtroom.
Exactly. Also the power of suggestion. And he was oddly serious about it.
Rather than a teacher-student relationship.
He treated her more like a loyal samurai would treat his sovereign.
Queen's mistress got it. Huh. He seems more like a lost soul than a dignified samurai to me. I should know, I've watched samurais on TV.
You even got along well with that.
Miserable little princess.
Why do you call Athena the princess anyway? Well, she's Metis's daughter after all. Although she's nothing like her.
Besides,
Doesn't the selfish little princess always have lots of
white knights hanging around.
Now I think we see why Athena didn't say anything when we ran into Aura yesterday. It all makes sense now.
still? The culprit behind the two
Cases could be the same, huh?
that settles it then.
What exactly does it settle?
None of your business. Just forget you heard anything. How long are you people going to hang around in here anyway?
We came to have a look around. You think you can just waltz in and ransack
A person's lab? Show me a search warrant.
We're not the police. So that doesn't apply.
Then get out. Now!
Cloncho, show them out!
So certainly, Miss Aura.
Ouch! Don't push!
My apologies. I'm just following orders.
Don't make me break your ass. My daughter you just shoved around, motherfucker.
December 20th, Cosmos Space Center entrance.
Next time.
Oh,
Lon
God, I
gets
had
to
so much
bully
fun with that scene.
everyone even
I
more.
had so much fun with that scene.
Somehow I no longer have a perma boner for Aura. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, I definitely played her sexy creepy this time.
Well done.
Itchy tasty?
Not the adjectives I was going to pick.
Well, friends, we did it. We made it through another episode. Wowee. Ah, yeah, that was good. Ow. I am very tired and old.
Me too, young man.
But no, that was good. Sheesh. I have a feeling this is gonna be like a long ass case.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh well, that just means more fun for us later, or
Hey,
whatever.
I get to dummy mommy the audience more. Isn't that really what we were all looking forward to?
I mean, listen, most people have to pay for that shit. We're getting it for free.
It's true. You're getting it here on Mondays for free.
See that? Added value, chat. Added value.
Congratulations.
All right. I need to wrap this shit up and drag my happy ass to bed. But before we do, definitely go check out the cast members. Speaking of very, very, very sleepy boys, Oni Heart. Bro, my butt been doing that all night. Bless up.
Insult a doctor.
Yep,
Kind of
just
brought that on yourself.
just working on stuff. I'll be back to streaming soon, hopefully. TM, don't at me.
Oh, I only do it out of I don't care when people when they stream or they don't. I get it. Life is challenging and difficult, and free time is always at a minimum. Speaking of lacking free time, they've decided to become a farmer. It's Lil Sharky.
I am starting way too many careers lately. Hey folks, I'm Sharky. I'm old. I'm supposed to pick up chickens from the post office this week. In case you're wondering how my week's going. So, y'all be safe. Tell the people you love just how you feel. And, don't abuse robots. Yeah, that's all I got. Y'all take care.
Unless you pay a reasonable fee.
You know, that will get you a discount, but yeah, no, don't choke your robots. Yeah, have a wonderful night.
Speaking of robots, Lon.
Hello, I'm Lonnie Akea, and I'm the voice of Aura Blackquill and Prissy
Wright! And, look, I'm gonna get rigging done, and when I do that, I'm gonna stream. I don't know when either of those things are gonna happen, but they are gonna happen. Beyond that, you know, life is kind of shit right now. We make it through together. Watch out for each other. Be good to each other. And know that the person you're talking to is probably having a hard one too.
Crazy.
It was intentional.
Well done.
Ow. Ugh. Can't believe we've broken it. Shy, any wonderful words?
Just thanks for coming on out, and we'll see you on next Monday, pretty much.
Yeah,
As for
unfortunately.
when I'll be back, at this point, kinda shrug. I am working on it. I'm doing lots of plans that I keep piling up, and hey, hopefully I'll have the time to put some of them into motion. But as for now, I'll see you guys next Monday.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no Wednesday 76 because Pause doesn't have internet yet, unfortunately.
Plus has been spending the last 2 weeks churning butter.
Yeah. I get it. Unfortunately, he doesn't seem like the confrontational type, and having to deal with internet providers is not great. Last but not least, old grumpy cat himself, it's Chris Rees.
Hi, I'm Grumpy Cat. I lead the raid group list on Final Fantasy 14 in theory.
I mean, don't we all do what we do in theory at this point?
No, you can see me tomorrow night for Avowed because it has me by the balls and all I want to do is play it constantly. So, fuck y'all.
I'm also not streaming tomorrow.
Just saying, of the people here.
Yeah.
Are you gonna stream tomorrow, Oni?
No.
I've heard
I
this.
hope you all have a wonderful one. Thank you very much for joining us.
I hope you all know that streaming's for queers.
There's nothing wrong with
Yes.
Yeah.
And?
Yeah, I don't see the issue.
Well,
Do not.
that. I mean, there's at least like. I think
come on,
4
you can't
confirmed,
keep
and
me from this.
One of us is a hat too.
You're honorary.
Yeah, quit snoring. Fucking cat's been snoring the entire stream. Fucking ridiculous. Lazy
Cat
sack of
snores.
shit. Yeah, the cat snores.
That's kind of cool.
There's no way I can run over there. Maybe. One sec. Yeah, no, that ain't happening. Not unless I want to rewire the entire everything. But yes, no, the cat fucking snores.
I've only heard one cat snore ever.
Well, Jidge is a lazy piece of shit, so.
Oh, that cat that I heard snored because it had problems breathing.
He does have a vet appointment. He's been a little bit sneezy, so I'm hoping that it's nothing serious, but, you know, fucking, given how the past couple of months have gone, it wouldn't surprise me if it's always something else. But we'll fucking burn that bridge down when we get there, or whatever it is. Pen, stop sticking things in your mouth. Anyway, I'm gonna introduce myself and we'll find
likes to
someone
say
to grab.
we'll burn that bridge when we cross it.
Yep, at this point, fucking, you know it. But for me, friends, I'm gonna call it a night. I appreciate you all being here. Join us in the Discord. Pan, I already sent you the log file because I am the greatest technician that has ever lived. If you haven't checked out the YouTube, I put up things for you to watch, and we're off tomorrow, so you'll have to get your Kios fixed there. Check out my wife's Etsy and website. She's a very, very talented lady and supports small businesses. If you want to support the streamer, give me diabetes, feed the cats inside or outside, just to help out or whatever until I get employment again, feel free to check out the old Throne wish list or whatever PayPal things and goodness. I also have that. And if you're, for some reason, haven't pre-ordered Monster Hunter Wilds yet, there you go. You can do that, and I get like a 10% cut of it. Wow-wee. But for us, we're going to go find somebody to raid. Y'all have a tremendous night. And we'll see you on Wednesday.
Voice.
You should do that and put it on YouTube and like see if you can get your boss to let you include it as a benefit to your articles that there's an audiobook version as well.
Creating a
You should read it like this.
game.
We're going to go yell at Mia.
Perfect.
Alrighty. Say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, you hunks of junk.
I can't compete with that. Bye, everybody.
Shit.
Deuces.
Can you spit on me? Not you.
Of course.
Not you, Oni. Get out of here. Go to bed.